the Ryan Garcia thing. Is there something else that you can do that you're looking at aside from maybe Alexander? Like, I mean, is there something else in the vicinity of fighting like a Ryan Garcia? It has to be a special rules match, I would assume. I mean,
you're talking about some of the projects that I have right now. So I potentially have the fight with Ryan Garcia sometime next year, maybe in Saudi Arabia.
Wow. Okay.
But I did come up with these unified rules that we're coming up with, and it's called BMA, boxing martial arts. And what it is, it's boxing. It's going to be boxing but the thumb is going to be Vitor Belfort came up with this. So right now it's actually in the works of actually flourishing and actually coming together. But with Rob Hickman, Vitor Belfort, Rob Hickman's Mike Tyson's manager. So it's going to be the next big thing, man. And I'm going to be a part of it too. So what they're trying, what they want to come up with is they want to come up with the boxing glove, and they already have the gloves too. With a glove, we were actually able to grab with the thumbs. So we'd be boxing, but we're able to grab fist. We're able to clinch.
It's like a clinch boxing.
Grab neck, literally. So it's gonna be dirty boxing, man. So we're gonna do exactly what you do. We're just gonna add a few holds. It's gonna be from the waist on up. So if Ryan Garcia really wants to do it, I think the BMA is actually giving us like a even playing field for both parts. All right, man. Let's see who really is the best striker. You may have the best hands, but can you control and fight? Can you control when somebody's actually grabbing you?
Gotcha.
Personally, I don't think Ryan Garcia. Personally, I don't think he'd make it past 5 rounds with me.
So you can actually, so it's like clinch fighting. Like you can actually grab him, dirty box, and do stuff like that, but all with the hands.
Yeah. So these would be 10. These would be 10-ounce gloves, and these are dynamic. These gloves are dynamic, where you're able to actually grab wrist, grab collar, where you're able to. It's not going to be like a fluff here. It's going to be. It's cool, man. Once you see it, like Tyson, everybody's on it right now. Like we're extremely happy to launch this forward. So if Ryan Garcia wants a piece of the hands, and if he wants a piece of MMA, why don't we make an even playing field? We box with clinch. We box, or we can grab wrist. We box, or we can grab the neck.
You know what's weird is I actually found out about Ryan Garcia a while back through you. Shockingly, it's amazing to me that guy's so young. I think he's like 22 years old or something, and he's fought maybe something like 20 times. He hasn't had those big, huge fights. He's not like a Canelo or nothing like that. It's amazing how famous these guys can get on, and what platforms are making them so famous, so young, without those big fights. Like how did someone like that get so famous so fast and so young? And I think I heard you say he hasn't fought big guys. How does that happen then?
He's a good boxer, but he has a padded record. You know, he hasn't fought the elite guys. He's gonna fight Campbell here pretty soon, but he's got a personality. He's a good-looking kid, and he can box. And even though he does have a padded record, I will say he's gonna fight an Olympic champion in boxing here. I do believe Ryan Garcia is gonna beat him.
Yeah,
you know,
he's good for sure.
I really do believe so, because and that says a lot of that says. I've seen him box, man. The dude could fight. The dude could box. But you know what I'm saying? He's got obviously the Canelo banner behind him, and also the Oscar de la Hoya. So, but you know, he's a good looking kid with charisma, man. And when you have that, you can be the worst fighter. You can be the most boring fighter like Floyd. But if you're able to sell to the masses and able to speak to them and have them watch you because they hate you, then you're doing something right.
Mike Swick, real quick with Mike Swick Podcast.